What are particular consequences of repression of anger?
Unfortunately, there are many in the clients that we see, most commonly depressive neurosis, which is about the problem of burying anger alive. Clients, for example, who are mad at themselves for being exploited or who consider themselves unlovable. That's the problem of depressive neurosis. We also can have eating disorders. For example, the client who overeats to be nice to herself, or the client who starves herself to punish herself because she believes she's unlovable. There is also the problem of sleep disorders. For example, a person who sleeps too much as a form of escape from the injuries which he may be receiving in his life. The problem also exists of obsessive fears. For example, hating, killing, injuring others, obsessions of hating, killing, or injuring, such as a mother who is complaining that she feels these terrible feelings toward her children when it's really her husband that she's mad at. There's also the problem of a fear of losing control. That can be the result of repression of anger, which at some level makes sense if you understand that anger has been repressed, and often the anger does return in an uncontrolled moment in return of the repressed circumstances. Also, phobias might develop from repression of anger. You might have a phobia of flying, or a phobia of riding in someone else's car, or even a phobia about sitting in the barber's chair. And believe it or not, anger is a root cause, repressed anger. And of course, there are the physical symptoms and psychosomatic disorders, which can really be the result of long-term repression of anger. So, for example, I recently had a client who was suffering from migraine headaches and colitis, and lo and behold, the person didn't seem to be one who gets angry at anything or had gotten angry for a very long time, basically from repression. But of course, beside migraines and colitis, there can be problems such as high blood pressure, strokes, ulcers, skin disorders, myocardial infarction, psoriasis, backaches, and even bronchial asthma that's psychogenic. And it's funny, too, in treatment that if you have a child who's suffering from a bronchial asthma that's psychogenic, actually trying to help the child feel and think and behaviorally express anger can actually relieve the bronchial asthma, because helping the child to have that angry response actually will produce adrenaline, and that actually results in healing. So it's very interesting that even on a natural medical basis, this can actually be proven, be borne out. Also, of course, the possibility of a child weeping with rage, that's still a proper response. And of course, often cases like this would be, for example, cases of children who have been experiencing sudden injuries, unexpected injuries, would often result in things such as bronchial asthma. So the particular consequences of repression or anger are many, and I really think these questions that were asked today about anger and even the relationship to forgiveness are very important in counseling clients, because most clients do present with a problem with anger. So these are really important concepts to study and meditate upon on a regular basis. So thank you for bringing these questions to my attention, and hopefully the answers will help you in your day-to-day work with clients. So thanks again for your attention to all of this.